Whatever the world throws at you, take it on.
This is my fight song. Take back my life song.
Be unstoppable. The all-new 2015 Ford Edge.
And welcome into the Tarleton Sports Network, presented by the North Texas Ford Dealers, as we preview game number 9 of the 2015 regular season for the Tarleton Texans. It's a 7 o'clock matchup on Saturday night against Texas A&M-Kingsville. Coach Avelinas under first-year head coach Darren Wilkinson. You saw this team a month ago. They're 1-8. They've lost 7 in a row, but have they improved?
Oh, yes, they've improved. You know, they've been in every game that they've played, Casey. I mean, you come down to, one-score game against Midwestern. They were up with 11 seconds to go against Angelo. You know, they played well to a 10-point game, but it was a 7-point game most of the night against West Texas. They've improved. Their young players are getting better each week. Just a product of the Lone Star Conference. You know, young players. And what's happening is it's almost like looking at the two very similar teams, because you're in every game, except for a couple. Both of us have been out of them, but you're in every game, and we lose the gas because of the youth that we have in the fourth quarter, and that's what's happened to them. So, you know, it's going to be a great matchup because it's two very, very similar football teams. This
is the opening round of the Lone Star Conference playoffs. Does that make it mean a little bit more, or is it just another game on the schedule?
It's another game. We're just trying. We're trying to build momentum to go in the off season. Some of the things we talked about last year. But my approach is a little bit different, because when you look at the top 4 teams in our league right now, and knowing they're playing for the playoff championship, I'm looking at the future and trying to look at what's happening. And I believe the 3 teams for the future next season is West Texas, Tarleton State, and Texas A&M-Kingsville, because the youth that all 3 teams have. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be to see what happens down here in the 4 or 5 through 8 bracket, because of the youth. And these teams have been able to play with everybody in the league. So that's it. And most of our teams come back. So I think it's going to be a hard fought battle. And I've sold my kids on that, and they will see the same thing that I do.
You beat Kingsville back on October 10th, 38-34 down in South Texas, and a lot's changed for these two teams, especially under center.
Yes, they're playing both quarterbacks with Stevie Ray Dorman, and playing well for the last couple of weeks. And Zed's going to be back for us, where our backfield has been banged up, but Zed changes the football game for us. There's no doubt about that.
Nardi Myers has been such a bright spot for this team this year, one of the best receivers in the nation. He had his 10th 100-yard receiving game against Angelo State. He could break that school record this week if he gets 100. How bad do you and how bad does Nardi want that?
Nardi doesn't care, and literally when you say that, they're like, oh, come on, Coach. He doesn't care. He wants to win. I got a text from him the other night and said, Coach, I'm going to give everything I got and whatever I got to do to help us win this football game. That's the kind of child that he is. Went to see his grandmother, who's been ill, on Monday. And, Nardi hasn't been practicing because he's banged up. But I can promise you this, we'll feed the football to him Saturday as much as we can.
That's 6-year head coach of the Tarleton Texans, Cary Fowler, as we get ready for the game Saturday night at 7 o'clock against Texas A&M-Kingsville. You can catch the radio broadcast on 90.5 FM KTRL in Stephenville, Granbury, and Fort Worth. You can watch the webcast at tarletonsports.com/listen live.